too many bachelor parties at comedy shows. You don't see that. It'd be weird if you did. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. What group of guys go to a bachelor party at a comedy club? What guys are like, hey, what are we doing for Bert's bachelor party? Well, we're gonna go out to a lovely dinner. Is there gonna be sangria there? Hell yeah, there'll be sangria. And afterwards, we'll go to a comedy club, have some goofs, some giggles, and cocktails. You know how us boys do. Then we'll hit the bars up, just throw our hands up in the air, yelling, boys' night out! Then we'll throw our arms around each other, take some seductive pictures, tag that on Facebook with the caption, Besties for Life. It'll be amazing!
Tonight on Laughs, our hosts travel the country with only a laptop and a neck pillow to bring you the best stand-up comedy of the week. Here he is, your host, Steve Hofstetter.
Welcome to another episode of Laughs. This is going to be wonderful. We've got comics from all over the country, but we've got a friend of mine first. I can't wait to show her to you. She's wonderful. You've seen her on Oprah. You've seen her on Howard Stern. You've seen her on Imus in the Morning. You've seen her on Comedy Central. Now you're going to see her right here on Laughs. It's Karith Foster.
Before I got married and had this family, I was like a single, New York City girl, and I dated a lot. I probably overdated. I was actually to the point where I had so many bad dates. I was like 2 more bad dates away from going, maybe I could acquire a taste for vagina. Because I'm pretty sure it's an acquired taste. Like Guinness. Right? You have a few, then you're like, woo, that wasn't too bad.
I am so excited to introduce the Vine of the Week. I personally chose this Vine because, well, we all know a guy like this.
Dude, they have pets here. People eat those. Hang tight, buddy!
This comedian has a YouTube video with 1 million views called How to Wash a Cat. I'd imagine carefully. From Cincinnati, Ohio, it's Dave Webster.
Found out as you get older, injuries take longer to heal. That's a real thing. Like when I was young, I could get hit by a car, jump right up and keep drinking like it was nothing. Nothing at all. Now a hard sneeze can ruin the rest of my day, That's what I'm working with here. Sucks. This last injury I had, I pulled my hip flexor. It had me down for like 3 months. If you don't know what a hip flexor is, it's a muscle that connects my hip to my coochie. That's what it is. There. I have to do yoga now because of my injury. I have to do yoga. I'm also planning on joining Pinterest and selling Mary Kay if anybody's interested. Thanks, man. Thank you. Yoga's the worst when you're a guy. Yoga is the worst because it's like super awkward because I'm the only guy in the yoga class, right? And I suck at it, so I stay to the back of the class, and when I get nervous, I smile. So I look like a pervert in the back of the yoga class, right? And it's just the worst when you're doing that downward dog. I don't know if you guys know what that is, but it's when you're on your hands and your feet and your ass is in the air, right? And I have to look up to see what's going on. And I'm looking up to a sea of women's asses in tight-ass yoga pants. And you think that would be awesome, right? Except all the women are staring back at me between their legs, And I'm smiling.
So me, I was a film major, and I always thought there'd be nothing better than to cast my mom in a horror movie, like The Conjuring or The Grudge or The Ring. Because nothing would make one of those haunted house films better than being an hour and a half of a black single mom yelling at the ghost. The ghost would be like, get out. And she'd be like, y'all pay no damn rent. And quit playing on my lights. Running up my pills and stuff. Somebody better come get this little white girl jumping out of my television. I'm trying to watch Living Single. And get these 2 Japanese babies making cat noises and stuff. I gotta go to work in the morning. You need Jesus.
This comic sells out almost every show she does. And of all our comics tonight, she's the most likely to know how to make moonshine. It's Etta May.
I feel good. You wanna know why? Because I'm a sexy middle-aged woman with an amazing husband, 4 incredible kids, and Prozac to make sure all that feel true. Yes! Yes! Who's Who's on something? Everybody on something? Look at Princess. Look, she's, then I'm not anything. Yeah, I like to live in my reality. This is my reality. This was a tablecloth before I bedazzled it, okay?
It's dark comedy with a surprise punch. From Charlotte, North Carolina, it's Ryan Van Genderen.
Yeah! I made a mistake earlier today. I ate at an all-you-can-eat Chinese restaurant. You guys do that? It's a terrible idea. What happens at the very end? You always get the fortune cookies, and the fortunes are always BS, right? That's why I like to write fortunes for these fortune cookies and then just sit back and watch people read mine. I'm like, Jennifer, what does your fortune say? Let me take a look. Enjoy your food poisoning. Amanda, what does yours say? Let me take a look. I bet you're wondering if what you ate was chicken. Right about meow.
Just like your parents and your boss and your ex, we too are on Facebook. Check us out at facebook.com/LaughsTVShow if you want to be entertained with funny jokes every single day. And who doesn't?
I've known this next comic for years, but the funniest thing he's ever said to me is that we have two things in common. We both got a black sister and a white wife. From Louisville, Kentucky, Cleveland Jackson.
Nice, diverse neighborhood, what I like to call diverse. It's actually all white, but the kids talk black, that's what's important. My next door neighbor's a white dude, he's got a white son who doesn't understand he's a white son. You know what I'm talking about. I go get my mail the other day, I walk out, and him and his boy are sitting on the porch, just kind of chilling, get my mail, and I hear him go, click, clack, boom, breaking up the gathering, bitches start scattering, pools start clattering. I'm like, you beefing against algebra, dude? You're 16 years old. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? What's up, Mr. Cleve? As he calls him, Mr. Cleve. What's up, Mr. Cleve? I'm like, what's up with you, Duncan? Shit, you can't call me Duncan no more, dog. You gotta call me by my rap name. I go, what's your rap name? He goes, they call me Pause for Effect. I go, Pause for Effect? That's hot. That's a hot name. That's a hot name.
And now, Mad as Hell with Tom Simmons.
Every couple months, some lunatic loses his mind, shoots a bunch of people at work, then they shoot themselves, or they shoot their entire families, then they shoot themselves. Why don't these jackasses ever start with shooting themselves? Yes, we need to be developing some sort of suicide talk-em-into-it hotline in this country. Like 1-800-GO-AHEAD. They can call in first, like, what? You're thinking about taking your gun to work? Come on, put it in your own mouth. You can do that. Yeah, rub some peanut butter on the end. It'll be good. What? You're allergic to peanut butter? Good.
This comic is the rare combination of intellectual and energetic. From BET's Apollo Live in Detroit, Michigan, Ron Taylor.
Women, does size matter?
Yes.
Okay, got some freaks in the house. I'm just serious. No, it's just weird when I hear women talk about their dream size, right, guys? Like, you ever hear a woman talk about their dream size? Like, I want 12 inches. 12 inches, what I want is like 12 whole inches? Like 12 inches in a row? Like, I can give you 12 inches, but we got to do it twice. I can't give it to you back to back. It's ridiculous. Like 12, have you seen a ruler, lady? Do you know how long 12 inches really is? A foot? You want a Subway sandwich in your body. That's what you want.
Coming up, Chrissie Mayr, David Bizianes, Brent Terhune, Danny Palmer, and more Ryan Van Genderen. Watching Laughs is free. Way cheaper than having a girlfriend.
Welcome back to Laughs. It's time for the Jessica Rabbit of comedy. From my hometown of Queens, New York, Chrissie Mayr.
Another thing that sucks about being a woman is like you have to get waxed sometimes, and sometimes you'll go in there and they'll be like, what shape do you want? Like, does your boyfriend like, is he like comic book? Because I can make in shape of lightning bolts. And then I'm like, no, Oksana, I get the same thing every time. You know, I'm like, just make it say thanks for dinner. Yeah. I had another boyfriend, he played tons of video games, nonstop. He had all 3 Call of Duty games. Do you play those too?
I used to.
Here's the difference between the first Call of Duty and the third Call of Duty. The third Call of Duty is when your girlfriend finally leaves you.
I was at Walmart recently. We don't get stuck there, right? There's 2 versions of Walmart that we all know. There's a regular Walmart, which makes you angry. And then there's the super Walmart, which makes you pro-choice. Couple tables explaining it. I did that joke in Charleston, West Virginia. The guy in the front row literally was like, pro-choice. Does that mean I can like choose Target? Sure, sir, yes.
I know right now you're probably thinking about illegally downloading old episodes of Laughs, but to save you from being fined about $1 billion and being thrown in a Russian prison, our episodes are free. You can watch them all at youtube.com/LaughsTVShow.
This comic is dirty but playful. A New York City favorite. It's Danny Palmer.
You guys heard of this movie called Step Up 3? Anybody? Yeah. It's a terrible movie. It's about urban street dancing, which is its own separate problem. The hell is that? And they've got this line in the movie. You can tell that the writers put a lot of like meaning and emphasis behind it. It's a very powerful moment in the film. And so I've decided that I'm gonna start using this line in my day-to-day life. So the next time I go to the DMV and I get to the front of the line, the guy's like, hello, sir, can I get your name and address, please? I'm just gonna go. Everything you need to know about me is in my dancing.
Read an article in the paper about a serial killer up in the Northeast who murdered his victims, took the bodies back to his house where he dragged them down in the basement, jackhammered up the floor, dug a pit, put the bodies, filled in the pit, and then repaved over the basement floor. And the second I heard that, I thought, I could never be a serial killer because I haven't even finished painting the baseboard in my house. You know what I mean? That's a detail guy, right? That's a guy you want. If you're at work and you're working on a project, you want him on your team. Don't go to lunch with him, but definitely have him see things through. He'll follow up through email. I'm sure he's really good at all those. I'd be the worst kind of serial killer. I'd be the kind of serial killer who had a garbage bag full of body parts just sitting at the top of the basement steps for weeks, leaking all over the floor. My wife be all mad at me, like, when are you gonna take those downstairs? I'll do it on Labor Day, I'm too busy.
I'm lazy too. I don't know if you guys are on my level of lazy. Like, you guys ever notice the more dirty dishes you have, the bigger the spoon you use? Like, you do the dishes, you're gonna use a normal spoon. A week later, you eat Lucky Charms with a ladle. Out of a crock pot, what is going on? Same thing with the cups. You go through the regular glasses and the plastic cups and the coffee cups. Next thing you know, you're drinking Coke out of a wine glass. This is a pretty good year for Coke, you guys. Then eventually somebody's like, hey, are you drinking out of a measuring cup? Yeah, I've had 64 ounces of water today, so why don't you back off, Judgy, all right? I'm staying hydrated. Here's the thing, though, like, sometimes I overeat, like, all the time, and I go through the drive-thru, order, like, enough food for 2 people, but it's just for me, so I still pretend like it's for 2 people because I'm ashamed of myself. I'm like, give me 2 burrito Supremes, and, oh, God, what did she want? 2 more burrito Supremes. Extra sour cream. She is a fatty.
After the break, Michael Geeter, Dan Mengini, and the Uproar Comedy Clip of the Week. Welcome back to Laughs, your laugh headquarters.
He's smart, he's snarky, but he's also calm. From Detroit, Michigan, it's Michael Geeter.
I am one of 17 children. This is true. It's true. I have 10 sisters. Thank you for clapping for them for no reason. But I guess I have 10 sisters and 6 brothers. This is true. We recently found out that my mother did not have a uterus. She had a clown car. It's like, just all in there. That's not fair. That's not fair. It was more like a t-shirt cannon. It was like, boom, there's a kid over there. Boom, boom, there's a set of twins. It's just bananas, bananas. But I, too, have 4 beautiful children. I do. I have, thank you. I have 2 sons and a daughter in their 20s. I have a little 6-year-old just to show that my stroke ain't broke. And just heat. It's just all I'm saying. It works, is what I'm saying. And my oldest son had his very first real job, very excited about this job. He's like over the top excited. He had a job as a counselor at a Jewish camp on the west side of the state. He was very excited about this job when he told me, but I was very confused because I would think that a camp would be the last place that a Jew would ever want to send another Jew. And it's just like the last place, is all I'm saying. It's not being mean, but I was confused by it because I'm thinking that would be the equivalent of me accepting like a free ticket for a one-way only black mystery cruise. I'm not going on that cruise. It's just not gonna happen.
Every comic wants to be known for something. This comic is known for being punched in the face on season 1 of Homeland. From Atlanta, Georgia, it's Dan Mengini.
People think kids are expensive. No, parents are expensive. I'm gonna have to have a family meeting next week and be like, Mom, Dad, if you 2 don't die soon, we ain't gonna make it. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love my parents, man, I really do. But all I do now, all day, every day, all I do is explain to my father how to use his cell phone. I bought a 7-year-old man an iPhone to give him a reason to live. Turns out, just a reason for me not to. Every time it rings, he just stares at it like an alien's taking a in his hand. He sends me 4 blank text messages a day. And if you text him, 30 seconds later, your phone rings and he says, "Did you call me?"
And now, the Uproar Comedy Clip of the Week.
Did y'all go to public school? Public school crowd? Yeah. They didn't care about us in public school. They gave us chocolate milk with every lunch in public school. They wanted us to get diabetes in public school. And the thing about chocolate milk, it's great, but it doesn't match any meal you can think of. Like, we were eating chocolate milk and spaghetti. That doesn't match. Chocolate milk and tater tots? Come on, public school. You can't even wash your food down with chocolate milk. That's thicker than what you just ate.
If you'd like to see or hear more of Tony Baker or any of these other great comics, go to UproarComedyCD.com. Even more laughs when we come back with Eileen Tull and Jeff Horste. Welcome back to Laughs. Is our show too racy for you? Well, send your complaints to stevehossenpfeffer@hotmail.com.
Welcome back to Laughs. From the Chicago Fringe Festival, it's Eileen Tull.
I just moved out of my parents' house, so it was pretty exciting. Thanks, Dad. They're very excited. But it was because, they were just getting too involved in my life, just too in each other's business. And it's much better this way because I live in the garage now. It works, they park in the driveway and I sleep on a cot next to some old pool noodles.
He's young, he's animated. It's Jeff Horste.
Recently, me and my girlfriend, we went house sitting. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. For those of you that don't know what house sitting is when someone pays you to have sex on everything they own. I don't even know why they pay you, really. My friend's like, I'll give you $50 to watch my house. I'm like, do you own a black light? He's like, no. I'm like, I'll do it.